You know looks are going to fade at some point, right? Then what is keeping you
Talk
together?
for yourself, fam.
What is stopping you then from trading her in for a younger, better looking model that you find attractive, more attractive than her?
The older model of me. Yo, I'm Rugged.
And I'm Baldy.
And this is the R&B podcast. Okay, so you might have noticed that we've switched places. Behind the scenes, there have been a lot of disagreements about how the show should run.
We're like the urban Ant and Dec, so we have to be standing on the right side. So you got Rugged and Baldy.
Yeah,
that's the main reason, isn't it?
That's it. And so Baldy was like, yo, you have to be on the other side. And I'm like, no, I'm the engineer. And he's like, but
I can't do all that.
It is what it is. So this is episode 2. We kind of fumbled our way through episode 1, but we got through it. And hopefully we keep on improving. And guys, if you have any advice, please do send your suggestions our way. We've got tons of controversial topics to get through today. I say tons, there's only 2. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to do some reverse psychology and ask that you definitely don't like, hit the notification button or subscribe. And the last thing you should ever do is leave a comment, because that'll really help us out.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Don't do it, bruv.
All right, people. So if you are new to the podcast, basically how it runs is like this. Each and every week, Rugged and myself will bring 1 or 2 subjects to the table. We'll watch a short video clip and then we'll discuss it. So without further ado, here's the first clip.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
All right, so we're going to concentrate on, to start off with, Diddy and everything that's been going on with him. If you don't know, then where have you been hiding? I know we're a little bit late to the party. Thankfully, it's not a P Diddy party, but we're going to get into it anyway. We're going to have a little chat about what's been going on. So November the 16th last year, Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie, another great artist, filed a lawsuit against P Diddy, claiming that he raped her, is that right? Can I say that? And subjected her to years of abuse, including complete control of her professional and her personal life. Now, since then, a number of people have come forward, a number of allegations have come out from previous exes, from partners, from people that have worked with him in the industry, and some of his aides that worked closely with him. I must stress at this point, no charges have been brought against him, and these are all just allegations. But since these allegations have come out, and there have been a lot of them, his place has now been raided, and there's just a lot going on for him right now. So we're going to pick this apart and find out what this means for him. Do we think there's any truth in it? And if there is, how's this going to pan out? So my first question to you, Rugged, is P Diddy. Everything you've heard about him, your initial thought, your gut instinct, bear in mind this is just...
Yeah.
We're only going on what we've seen on socials, right? Guilty or not guilty?
He going to jail.
He
going to jail. He's gone. He's gone.
It's not looking good for him, is it?
Nope.
So I'm trying to work out if I believe everything that's happening right now and where I now stand on Diddy in general.
The preponderance of evidence suggests that he's guilty, right? It's not always the case that people who are guilty get the correct sentence or even get convicted.
True.
At the same time, you should never really do a trial by social media.
But we're all guilty of it.
Of course, we all come
that.
to our own assumptions. We weigh up the allegations and the evidence to support such allegations. And then we come to our own conclusions, and that's subject to revision, right? We have a tentative position on whatever the matter is. Here's the thing, if you've got X amount of people all saying he's done this, there could be 2 reasons behind it. 1, he's done this. Or 2, there's some sort of conspiracy going on. And I might even add a 3rd one. Someone's said something that's true, and then other people have joined the bandwagon and thought, you know what, I can get some money here too, and exaggerated the truth. That could be also another case. So 3 possibilities. Now, I don't know But the thing that I'm real mad about is that effectively P Diddy is responsible for Tupac dying.
Oh, you believe that?
100%. Him
100%
and Suge
believe
Knight,
it.
bruv.
100% believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take P Diddy away from that equation and Suge Knight away from that equation, Biggie and Pac, they're still cool. In my world, they're still cool without those two people.
They're cooler than cool. They're cold right now. Freezing cold.
Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis has set in, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, look, there's so many theories about that. I don't want to say yes, but everything sort of leans towards that, doesn't it? Didn't one of Diddy's former security guards, it was either Diddy or Suge Knight's former security guards, has come out recently and said, yeah, they were fully involved in all that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't hear that, but I know Pac's bodyguard suspected it.
Right.
I don't know if you ever read his book, but he suspected some sort of conspiracy going on. At the end of the day, it was beneficial to Suge Knight's label and it was beneficial to P Diddy's label. Like, who's eating off the back of Biggie's masters?
But what's to say that they wouldn't have gone on to do even bigger things and made even more money?
Yeah, perfectly valid point, right?
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, Diddy, in my opinion, took that whole bad boy idea to another level. He became a bad boy.
Yeah.
The baddest.
I mean, the baddest. He became a big dick deviant.
But then it was him, and then Michael Jackson said, I'm bad as well.
Hold on. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew this
They're
was
all in the same boat.
I knew this was going to
They're
come
all
up.
in the
Right.
same boat.
So you're saying Diddy and Michael Jackson are in the same boat. Please explain.
Why? Why explain? You know.
Okay, look, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and where he wasn't convicted of anything and actually found not guilty of a number of charges, that's enough for me to be like, I'm going to continue playing his music. R. Kelly, however, I don't play his music. I'll, where possible, I will not play. I won't choose to play his music. If someone asks me to, if I'm at a venue where they specifically have said, or if I get given a playlist saying to my party, can you play this song? I'll do it. It's my job. But I wouldn't choose to play R. Kelly. Now, you think differently, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think... I think you've told me once before about separating the artist from
The music.
the music.
Well, I
from
wouldn't use the
crime.
word artist. I'd use the person. I would separate the person. The person's one thing.
Mhm.
And then the art that they create is another thing. And, okay, so obviously R. Kelly should be punished for what he's done.
Mhm.
But to remove the world of the music that he's made doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see how that makes any difference to the crimes he's perpetrated or the sentence that he will have to serve.
Playing his music inevitably means he's getting paid off that, right?
Depends if he owns his masters and if he even has publishing.
I would have thought...
Assuming those things,
Yeah.
then yes. But that opens up an interesting question, right? Because if someone's guilty of a specific crime, does that then delegitimize their ability to make a living going forward? Should they then be restricted from making money?
Not going forward, I don't think. But whilst you're serving time for your crime, that the punishment needs to be in place. You shouldn't be benefiting off.
Your work. So would then the case be anyone who goes to jail and has shares in stocks, they should be removed as well because they're making money whilst they're in jail?
That's a great point. I think it becomes like unclear for me. Those lines just become a bit blurred because, and with anything, I'm not saying that this is the case, but with anything, his music, now you go back and look at some of the lyrics and analyse it, all of a sudden it just gives me the ick. I'm like, oh, like, and it, like, take it,
Ick.
it gives me it just, like, little shudders, like,
Yeah.
little things. The obvious one, age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
didn't he produce that
I
record
don't know.
with her?
Yeah, I hear you.
When she was 15
I
and
hear
he
you on
married
that
her.
one, bro.
Like,
Loud and clear.
yeah, it's so I will look at that and I'll be like, oh shit, was this all going on? Like,
Yeah.
then, and like,
Well, apparently it was.
and should he be profiting? Should he be reaping the rewards of something that was going on in the background, quite sinister and nasty, which he's now been convicted for? Like, are we okay with that? And are we okay putting money into his pocket, knowing what he has done as a person?
Yes.
Are you okay that playing a song in a club, which could, and I think I know where you're going with this, which could potentially trigger someone that might have had a bad experience or might bring something up for someone in the club? You're okay with playing music like that?
Yes.
What if it's a bit more personal? What if it was someone you know that was specifically getting triggered by you playing R. Kelly in a club? Would you then choose to not play it?
Yeah, I would not play it.
Do you accept that it could be potentially triggering for a lot of people, given the nature of the crime and how much more we are aware that crimes like that have happened historically and are happening? Like, it's a lot more, we're a lot more aware of it happening to people. Like, there was a time when I couldn't have told you anyone that had suffered some kind of abuse growing up. But now, like, I could list a number of people off.
Yeah.
Like, you hear it.
But isn't that in part because the threshold for what qualifies as abuse has got lower and lower? Not
particularly with sex crimes or...
I think so.
Do you think?
I think the threshold has got lower and lower. As a society, as we've become more soft, people have said, oh yeah, this one little thing happened to me and that's sexual abuse or that's abuse. And you're just like, no, it's not. It's not abuse. Oh, a gentleman come up to me and asked me for my number. I felt abused in the workplace. That's not abuse.
That's not abuse, in my opinion.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
It could be intimidating, could be other things, a number of other things, but it's not abuse, I don't think.
Yeah, so to answer your question, I feel, firstly, yes, the cases and the awareness of abuse has become more apparent and more prolific. But at the same time, the threshold for what qualifies as abuse has been lowered dramatically, in my opinion.
Okay, so you would stop playing R. Kelly if someone that you knew was triggered by it.
Yeah.
You're aware that there might be other people in the club that could be triggered by it.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't stop playing the music.
Well, I'm not aware.
For them.
I'm not aware any more than I'm aware that a Chris Brown song might offend someone or a Rihanna song might. Like, people get offended by all sorts of things. I don't have the intelligence or the data to sit here and work out who will be offended by what. Like, people get offended by the Taliban song because it says Taliban. So I don't know.
I don't mean to laugh.
I can't be here trying to panic over everyone's sensitivities.
Yeah.
I just hear play good music. What I think is good music and what will get people enjoying the atmosphere.
So you'll play R. Kelly?
Yes.
You'll play Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
There was a little pause there.
No, because I was thinking, why are you even asking me this? You know I'd play Michael Jackson.
And Diddy, you're currently playing Diddy. If he gets convicted of what he's been accused of, would you continue to play Diddy?
Yes.
There's something in me which makes me not comfortable playing R. Kelly when I'm out. I'm just saying. That's just how I feel. I don't know what it is. Like, I think I take it very seriously that it could trigger someone. It's a very serious crime. Like, I know what you're saying. Anyone can get triggered by anything. I get that. But this is up there with one of the worst crimes, I believe. Like, it just doesn't sit right with me. That's my personal opinion. I started to scratch then, and I stopped.
You did so well.
When I talk, I scratch, apparently.
I mean, I could continue talking with you for hours about this. I've got so many questions. But we do have to limit our segments.
Well done. Good job. I like that. Yeah.
So let's get on to the second piece of content, which is something I'm bringing to the table. And this one is something that's close to home for both of us. Where is my camera? Check it out.
This comment is in reply to a video I just made where I asked women to talk about the first time they were, sexualized by a man or, something like that. And this woman talks about she was 18 years old and the man was in his 40s and he tried to lure her in with a car. Now, somebody who's 18, 19 years old doesn't really have a strong idea about how much cars cost and how life really works, and that the average person doesn't really have the finances to just give a car like that. The reason why these types of men specifically prey and groom younger people is because a woman in her 40s knows that there probably isn't a car. A woman in her 30s and 40s, hell, a woman in her late 20s probably even knows, ain't no car. I don't even need to come with no trusted friend. I'm not coming at all. I'm not going to let you waste my time. So when these older men sit here and talk about, we just want women that look good, younger women look good, bullshit. There's women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s still looking good. looking great, looking better than me at my age. It has nothing to do with looks when it comes to these men that want to groom and prey on women. Now, if you ain't grooming and preying on young girls, why are you all up in this comment section? If you feel triggered right now, if you feel like this is a personal attack, then maybe it's about you. Why don't you get your old ass up and get somebody your own age, huh? You can't, because you don't have the mental tools, the financial resources to even come head to toe with a woman your age. So you prey on these little girls, ruin them, and then wonder why women your age are bitter.
Let's just get this out of the way first and foremost. She makes some good points. Young women are vulnerable to predators, and predators can come all shapes and sizes and all ages. And young women should definitely be cautious when dating an older man. 100%. I agree with her. I'm on board with what she's saying. But some of the things she said, I'm just like thinking, what are you talking about? First and foremost, why are you trying to come with some masculine energy? This is why we don't go for women that are that age, because they start to fossilize. They fossilize, yeah? And then they become like men. I ain't trying to deal with a woman with that energy. Are you crazy? You want to come head to toe with... No, I don't want to come head to toe with you. Of course I don't. That's what I do with other men. I don't want to do that with a woman. I want femininity. I want someone I can cuddle, kiss, and love.
So if she said that in a more feminine way, would you be more willing to take on board what she was saying? Is it just that she was a bit aggressive? Is that all it is that you're mad at? Or
I'm not mad. I find it humorous. I find it humorous that she doesn't see that the way she's portraying herself is the exact reason why men don't like women that age.
I don't think that's a fair assumption to make. I think she is one person of a certain age. I think not all women act like that. Like she's fucking annoying. She is annoying. Just the way she talks and the way I get what she's trying to do. I get what she's trying to do. She's trying to cause a reaction and whatnot. She has, like you said, some interesting and valid points as well. Maybe the way she's saying it, probably not the best way to resonate with you, me, or a million other people. But I don't think she is a visual or audio representation of women of her age. I don't think so.
Perhaps not. Maybe she is the anomaly. Okay, let's just give women the benefit of doubt. Obviously, I know there's lovely women in their 30s and 40s. There are personalities and looks. But here's the thing, bruv. You're not going to tell me that the woman who looks good in her 30s and 40s looks better or the same as when they looked in their 20s. Typically speaking, women tend to be in their physical prime, aesthetic prime, in their 20s. And the reason for that is actually biological. It's to do with fertility. Men wanting to procreate and pass on their genes are attracted to women who are in their fertile stage of life, which is from 20 to 30. After, I don't know what it is, 35, you become a geriatric mother. And that just symbolizes the point at which it becomes difficult for a woman to have children. Now, moving on from that, we understand that there are women in their 30s and 40s that look good. However, they're few and far between. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Life takes a hold of you, man.
Right?
We don't all have the opportunity to get in the gym and keep ourselves in shape.
What I will say is, well, you do. What I will say is that men seem to get more handsome as they get older.
Yes.
And women don't.
I'm glad you noticed.
I was definitely talking about you. That's definitely something I will say is that age is a good thing for men.
Right, which
not so good for
and this
women.
is the point I wanted to bring up, right?
Yeah.
It segues perfectly into it. Women are born with their assets. What I'm saying is, women who are beautiful are just beautiful. And they're beautiful, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm stopped being beautiful. Okay, so they peak from 20 to 30. Men have to build their assets because from a woman's perspective, they don't necessarily care about the aesthetic. They care about the financial security, the maturity, and their partner's ability to be a protector. All those things happen as a man ages. The financial security, the ability to provide, the maturity. A man hits his mid-30s, and that's where he's peaking, 35 to 45. And then it's downhill. So it's very difficult for a woman to accept that her assets are going to go down before a man's assets are.
Like, is for you, first and foremost, is it looks?
Yeah.
Would you choose stability?
I have
And
stability already on my own.
would you choose with a partner?
I don't need
Because
it.
there's things you can get from a partner that you can't get by yourself. You can be in a stable, loving, caring relationship with a partner and you'll be getting stuff which you couldn't get by yourself, no matter how stable and grounded and
But I don't
secure
need
you
it.
feel.
I don't need it.
You might not feel you need it, but when you have it,
I'm telling you flat out, I don't need it.
you don't need what a relationship can bring.
I don't need it. Listen to my words carefully. I
Yeah.
don't need it. That's not to mean I don't want it. I don't need
I
it.
don't know. Do you need it? I think everyone
No.
needs it.
That's what you think. I don't.
Like, I think everyone
We're
needs
different, bruv.
Yeah, we are different.
I don't need to have a woman. I have, like, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for the woman I have.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
And I want her. But I don't need her.
Can you need something without realizing you need something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could this be one of those situations? Could it be that
Yeah.
you don't know what you need? You can't be this
This is
complete
getting
person.
very obscure now. It's like, be more specific, because
Okay.
I'm getting lost now.
All right, sorry. Okay, so let me rein it in and bring it
Yeah.
back a bit. My question to you is this: are you choosing stability with a partner, your own age, over looks? If you had a choice, if someone turned around and said to you, "Look, you can have the most stunning lady in the world, but she won't give you the emotional stability, financial stability."
Yeah, I'm not a moron. I'm not going to choose that option, am I?
Right. So that was my question for you.
Yeah.
So this is where I think the looks thing sort of goes out the window.
No.
No?
But this is what I was trying to say about I don't need. I'm happy. If I can't get stability with a woman that I find that is absolutely stunning, then I just won't have a girlfriend. A wife, a fiance. I won't have that.
So that is part of your criteria.
100%,
Yeah.
bruv. I ain't trying to have sex with someone I think's butters. Am I wrong?
I think you can love someone, right? Everyone has their own, like...
Bruv, I love my cat. Like, what are you talking about? What game are we playing where we're pretending we don't need to be physically attracted to our partners? I want to smash.
No, you physically attractive is a thing. Like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But they don't have to be... It's subjective, isn't it?
Of course it is. I
Yeah.
think my girlfriend's beautiful. I love looking at her.
Yeah.
We have fun.
But you flat out said there's less women that you find attractive that are older.
Yeah.
What age gap is okay?
I don't know.
Russell Simmons' daughter,
Yeah.
she's been seen on holiday, snapped kissing a 61-year-old billionaire. I believe she's in her early 20s, 22 or 21. 21-year-old female, 61-year-old billionaire male. I'm throwing the billionaire in there because I feel like that's quite
It's
relevant.
important, of course.
Is that an acceptable age gap?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not itching my nose because I'm lying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, because as soon as we agree as a society that the consensual age is 18 and we don't have any other criteria for sexual relationships, we're allowing it.
Isn't there a moral code though?
There is.
Don't society as a society.
Yeah, okay.
There's a certain gap where you're like, actually, that's not
what
right.
is it then?
So there's no cut-off point where you don't think it's okay.
It's not so much the age.
61's pretty bad,
No, but
bro.
hold up, hear me out. It's not so much the age.
It's the billions.
It's the dynamic of the relationship that we should be worried about.
Okay.
What is the relationship based on? Is it a predatory thing where a man is trying to prey on the naivety of a woman? That's dangerous. That's sick.
Yes.
That's pathological.
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Yes.
And we have to be careful. Parents need to be on the lookout, friends need to be on the lookout,
Yep.
and society in general need to be paying attention when incidences like this occur. If those two people, 21 and 61, for whatever strange reason, work, then who are we to say, nah, bruv, that's not right? We can have our opinion on the matter, but if they both genuinely love each other, which I'm sure isn't the case, but if they do, then you keep your business to yourself. Let them enjoy their relationship. Goes back to what you're talking about, stability. If they're stable and they're enjoying each other, who are we to say anything? That's genuinely my opinion on the matter. I get that it kind of seems a bit gross, and we can also look from the sidelines and think, we know really why she's with him. But if it works, yeah, exactly. There's $1 billion worth of reasons. But if it works, it works. That's my take on the matter.
Okay. I agree, by the way. I think if it works, it works. But I think there's certain age gaps where I look at and I'm like, hold on, like, this doesn't feel right. And the only reason it doesn't feel right for me is because I remember how I was when I was 19 years of age. And I remember how and I know how I am now. And there's been so much growth in that period. And I think you need to learn stuff and find stuff along the way yourself. And there's always the danger that if you're with someone that's older than you, that person could guide you or navigate you in a way which you wouldn't necessarily choose to go, or they're following your lead, they're looking to you for your lead. But your journey is going to be different to their journey. They need to find their own way. If they're trying to follow you, if you're trying to guide them in a certain way and say, oh, when I was 20, I did this. When I was 25, I did this. You should do this. You should do this. If you're guiding them in a certain path, they're not being allowed to grow on their own and make mistakes on their own.
Who is in a relationship? As soon as you get in a relationship, you're not on your own. That's the whole point. Like,
fair point.
It doesn't matter what age you are, you're going to influence each other. And wouldn't you rather be influenced by someone who's more level-headed, got their feet on the ground, has life experience, can maybe teach you a thing or two, like steer you away from a mistake that they made? I know I'd rather be, like, for example, I didn't have a father, right? So for me, like, it would have been more beneficial, I feel, that I had someone who was on the sidelines just saying, look, bro, I've done this, you shouldn't do that, do this, that'll be beneficial, don't do that, that'll cause you drama and trouble. When we engage in intimate relationships with other people, there's always going to be the possibility that that person is taking advantage of the other individual. It's just it's a sad fact of human nature, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hear you. Good points made. What about compatibility in terms of what you're into?
It's dramatically important.
I think
that word compatibility is everything in a relationship. And this is what I think you don't understand. When I say that looks are the most important, it's because first and foremost, I have to be attracted to you.
Yeah.
But as soon as I discover you're not compatible with me, I don't find you attractive anymore.
You know, looks are going to fade at some point, right? Then what is keeping you together?
Talk for yourself, fam.
What is stopping you then from trading her in for a younger, better looking model that you find attractive, more attractive than her?
The older model of me.
do you see what I'm saying? So that was my point I was making earlier, is that you can love someone. That them looks are going to go. That's a very superficial way of...
But here's the thing. Take you and Misha, for example, right? You look at Misha differently to everyone else. You see beauty, like, she is a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
But you will see additional beauty in her. When you see her at her worst, you'll still see beauty in her.
Yeah.
And that's something that grows inside you.
Right.
After the initial getting together period.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is, yeah, looks will fade, but I'll still find Elle beautiful.
Right. So you'll love her as a person rather than the looks. So at the point where the looks fade, are you going to stop having sex with her?
No, because you didn't hear what I said. I'll still think she's beautiful. Unless she puts on weight, because that's just something I don't find attractive.
Stop shaming her.
No, I'm just telling it how it is, bruv. What do you want? I'm attracted to slim women. It's just the way it is. I shouldn't feel guilty for that.
It's inevitable, though. People are going to put on weight as they get older. It's going to happen.
No, I'm saying
she's going to be big.
No, she's not. No, bruv, no.
What if?
I've already told her. She knows.
What have you told her?
I can't date an obese woman.
So what?
Yeah, I can't.
What? Bodies change. We get older.
What do you want me to say, bruv? You want me to
If
deny?
you'd have said that to me when we first got together, you said,
Yeah.
look, we're going to be DJ partners, but
Yeah.
if you put on weight, bruv,
Yeah.
like, it's over.
Yeah.
Then we'd be over now.
I know.
We'd be over now.
Bruv, I've been trying to keep this relationship alive so hard.
Do you still find me attractive?
I'm like, let's go boxing,
do
bruv.
you not,
Let's box
do you not
together.
fancy me anymore?
No, bruv, I hate to say it.
Come on, bruv.
Like from the head up, yes. But this bit here, the legs are good.
So yeah, I don't look. I hear what you're saying. I think looks, for me personally, looks are the initial attraction. Then you fall in love with that person. All them looks, that's all going to go. That's all going to fade. You love that person.
No. That's why I don't agree.
They might have your child and put on weight. They might just put on weight. They might.
Yeah, but hold up. No. This whole acceptance of putting on weight doesn't fly for me. They might just put on weight. Well, stop eating as much. That's not even funny. That's just like calories, bruv.
That's not funny. You're funny. You are funny. He's funny, right? Okay. All right. Look, some really interesting points made there. I think the one thing we both agree on is that as long as it's of legal age and you're good people and you go in with genuine intentions, honesty and real love and all of that, then there can't really be anything wrong, right? So there it is, episode 2, done and dusted. If anyone has been affected by anything that we've spoken about today, please check in the description box and there will be some numbers for you to reach out.
Also, if Baldy or myself have offended anybody, we do sincerely apologise. That's not our objective. We're just out here trying to give our honest opinions on current matters. We love you all and we wish you the best.
Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Rugged and Baldy, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Also, make sure you do not leave us a comment because you know that will help us out. You wouldn't want to help us out, would you?
And don't forget, if there's anything that you guys would like to hear both Rugged and myself discuss, drop it in the comments.
Don't drop it in the comments.
Don't do it.